Okay. So
It's right up the road from us.
we'll start loosening up.
I'm doing my normal going to Ohio, but I'm driving three cars.
Yeah, if you go in after, you have to go in after.
Oh, so you're gonna have free time.
5:30.
Yeah, that's a waste to me.
Training.
I get prowling and I gotta be there long.
Yeah, shake the whole body. Yeah, you can, Dorothy, step over, the balance the canoe here.
So I try to line up on the tracks. Coloration is just right.
I never realized how useful these fake boards would be. They're very useful for Tai Chi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And let's loosen up the waist. So today, again, do the all-season warm-up and then Tai Chi Ball Breathing and more Tai Chi Ball Qigong. Yeah, I think my sound technician is finally starting to earn his pay. As I've still adjusting though, trying to get the voice but not the breathing. Two. Now, bring the feet together and we'll loosen up the knees. The Wednesday night class, the set manager screwed up, and when we went to sitting down, we were over here, and the camera didn't get us. Well, it got us, but we were like on the extreme edge of the picture. So I just edited and published the part where we did the all season, not the all season, the winter season. Change direction. Yeah, so I'd fire the set manager too, but he is also me. It's very nice this morning, and the Tai Chi class, we looked like we were a working school again. We had about 6, 7 people on the floor. And now we'll do the ankles. So that was nice to see. I should have taken a picture. And reverse directions. And now the other foot. Change direction. All right, so for Tai Chi Ball movement, we will do the All Season Qigong and get the spine and chest loose. So with the feet hip width apart or heels together, if you want to work on your balance, interlock your fingers. Breathe deeply into the lower abdomen. Gently expand the abdomen as you inhale. Gently push down on the perineum. Exhale, gently contract the abdomen. Gently lift the perineum. Stretch out any tight places and continue deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the side. Continue to breathe. Inhale, come back to the front. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, come back to the front. And one more time to each side. Inhale, come back to the front. Exhale, turn to the side again. Inhale, come back to the front. Take a wrist, stretch up. Exhale and bend. Inhale, come back to center. Change to the other wrist, stretch up, exhale and bend. Inhale, come back to center. Once more to each side. Inhale, come back to center. Stretch up, exhale and bend. Inhale, come back to center. Now exhale, bend the waist and move your hips around to loosen your lower back. And squat down with feet flat if you can. And lift up the heels. And we'll come back up. Now we'll loosen up the shoulders. Bring the shoulders forward, inhale. Roll them to the back and exhale. You know, the wintertime, the energy pattern is water. Water is conserving and contracting. And your body is mostly made up of water. So in the winter, the contracting energy, of course, your body gets stiffer, tighter. I illustrate this with my two wedding rings. One is winter, one is summer. If I wear the summer one in the winter, it's in danger of falling off. Can't get the winter one on in the summer because in the summer, the energy is expansive and the body expands. So we'll stop with the shoulders in the back. Inhale with your shoulders held back. Reverse directions. Exhale when your shoulders come forward. Ooh, are there people in the waiting room? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Penny. Kind of hard to see the waiting room when I'm so far away. So we have got Penny and Nancy and Steve joining us via Zoom. And now let's do alternating. Inhale on one side, exhale on the other. Stop on the exhale side. Now inhale on that side, change direction, exhale on the other side. And now we'll do the neck. So with the feet about hip width apart, we'll place the hands on the hips. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the side, look behind you. Try to keep your shoulders square to the front so you do the turning in the neck and not the torso. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. And we'll continue turning slowly from side to side in coordination with the breathing. Exhale out, inhale in. I was mentioning earlier that the video of part of the Wednesday night Qigong class is on YouTube. The part that the set manager did not mess up by locating the camera and the action separately. So look for that video if you want to see the winter season set for the kidneys. And one more round. And now a little bit wider than shoulder width stance. So we're going to start horizontal circles to loosen the waist and hips. Coordinating with the breathing, we inhale as the lower abdomen goes backwards, and we exhale as it comes forwards. Turn slowly to the side. And keep your knees pointing straight ahead, especially the knee on the side that you're turning to. Gradually come back to center and turn to the other side. Come back to center. And reverse directions. Continue to coordinate with your breathing and continue to focus your mind on your lower spine and sacrum. Turn slowly to the side. Gradually come back to center and turn to the other side. And come back to center. Slowly make the circle smaller. And we'll come to a stop and we'll wave the spine. So the spinal wave is very important to the Tai Chi Ball Qigong. Coordinating with the breathing, we inhale here and exhale here. So we inhale, the solar plexus goes backwards and the lower dantian goes forwards. And we exhale, solar plexus goes forward and lower dantian goes backwards. We focus the mind on the lumbar spine to try to feel the vertebrae moving section by section in a slow, soft wave. Turn slowly to the side. Again, keeping knees straight ahead. Gradually come back to the center and turn to the other side. Okay, as I was saying, we'll review Tai Chi Ball Breathing. I'd fire the crew, but it's all me, so. Okay, so we stand with the feet about hip or shoulder width apart. Remember that we have intention to move the chi strongly, because what we want to do is create a ball of chi between our palms, and this becomes the ball of no ball, which we can use if we want to work on just the energy side of Tai Chi Ball. So reverse abdominal breathing is the foundation. So we inhale, we gently pull in the lower abdomen, gently lift the perineum. And as we exhale, we gently push out on the lower abdomen and gently push down on the perineum. So we inhale, and for the moment, we'll hold our mind steadily in the real lower dantian, in the center of the lower abdomen, on a level about 2 inches below the navel. So it's in there, about this level. So inhale, abdomen in, perineum up. Exhale, abdomen gently out, perineum gently down. And when ready to move the chi, we inhale, mind's in the lower dantian. We're going to go right to 4 gates breathing. And when we exhale, we'll place the mind below the palms and underneath the feet. We might imagine that the hands and feet are pressing down into the earth, but we don't tense up, it's just a thought. We inhale, we return the mind to the real lower dantian. Abdomen in, perineum gently lift. Visualize that you're breathing in breath and chi through the 4 gates, Yang Chuan, the Yang Chuan in the bottoms of the feet, Lao Gung in the center of the palms. Exhale, mind under the hands and feet. Imagine your hands and feet are pressing into the earth. Abdomen gently out, perineum gently down. Oh, remember, tongue at the roof of the mouth, always in Qigong. Inhale, mind in the lower dantian, abdomen gently in, perineum gently up. Visualize drawing breath and chi in through the 4 gates and into the lower dantian. Exhale, mind under the hands and feet. Imagine your hands and feet pushing into the earth. Abdomen gently out, perineum gently down. Breath and chi flowing out through the 4 gates into the earth. Inhale, mind in the lower dantian, perineum gently up, abdomen gently in. Drawing breath and chi in through the 4 gates and into the lower dantian. Continue at your own pace for a few minutes with 4 gates breathing. Four gates breathing is very useful for improving your internal energy circulation. Remember, internal energy, qi, called qi in Tai Chi and Qigong and Chinese medicine. Long, slow, deep, even breaths, continuing with 4 gates breathing. If you feel sensation of warmth or tingling or magnetic energy in the hands and feet. That's a totally normal chi sensation. Four gates breathing can also be done lying down. Now we have to do two more things to turn four gates breathing into Tai Chi Ball breathing. And the first thing we need to do is to turn the four gates breathing into martial grand circulation breathing. To do that, as we inhale, everything the same except halfway through the inhalation, we're going to squat down slightly, tuck the buttocks under, flatten the lower back to open the Mingmen gate more widely. We're going to move the mind to this point right under the place where the collarbone joins the spine, the point on the governing vessel called Da Shui, governing vessel 14. We're going to finish the inhalation, drawing the chi up to Da Shui. Then as we exhale, the mind's going to be under the hands and feet. We're going to imagine the hands and feet pressing into the earth just as before. Abdomen gently out, perineum gently down. So inhale, mind starts in the lower dantian. Halfway through the inhalation, we squat down slightly, tuck the buttocks under, move the mind to Da Shui, right below the collarbone. Finish the inhalation, drawing chi up to Da Shui. Exhale, mind under the hands and feet. Imagine the hands and feet pressing down into the earth. Perineum out, perineum down, abdomen out. Inhale, mind in the lower dantian. Halfway into the inhalation, tuck the buttocks under, squat down slightly, move the mind to Da Shui. Finish the inhalation, drawing chi up to Da Shui. Exhale, mind under the hands and feet, abdomen gently out, perineum gently down. Visualize breath and chi flowing out through the hands and feet into the earth. Now continue for a couple of minutes doing the martial grand circulation breathing. Martial grand circulation is used to strengthen the flow of chi to the hands and arms. When we squat down slightly, tuck the buttocks under to open the Mingmen more widely, more chi can flow through the back door to the dantian. That's the Mingmen gate. Front door is the yin jiao on the conception vessel here. And that increases the flow of chi up the governing vessel to Da Shui and then out to the hands, the Lao Gong gates in the palms. This helps improve the chi circulation in the channels, the acupuncture channels that run up and down the arms. Helps to energize the muscles of the arms. And in Tai Chi, creates additional energetic strength for Tai Chi applications. Now we have one more step to create Tai Chi Ball breathing. Fortunately, it's a very simple step. Turn your palms to face each other. Hold them about a foot apart. Continue the martial grand circulation breathing. But if you're sensitive to your qi, as you exhale, you may feel your palms being pushed apart as the qi builds up between them, between the palms, and gently pushes them apart. As you inhale, if you're particularly sensitive to qi, you feel the ball of qi building in your dantian, and the ball of qi between your palms will shrink as you inhale because you're drawing the qi into the dantian. As you exhale, your mind should be under your feet and between your palms. You'll feel your palms gently pushing apart. So between the palms, now you have created a ball of energy called the ball of no ball. You've also created a ball of energy with its center in the lower dantian, and that's the inner ball. So practice for a few minutes the Tai Chi Ball breathing. And if you would like to work with just the pure energy side of Tai Chi Ball, you can do the Tai Chi Ball movements with the ball of no ball. For example, you can do horizontal circling. Inhale, buttocks tucked under now, mind moves to Da Shui. Exhale, mind is under the feet and between the palms. So inhale, mind in the lower dantian, buttocks tucked under, mind moves to Da Shui. Exhale, mind between the hands and underneath the feet. So we can do horizontal circling. Actually, we can pretty much do anything with the ball of no ball that we could with the real ball. I'm going to switch to overhand vertical circling. You can see how the circling movement corresponds with the breathing. As we inhale, buttocks tucked under, mind moves to Da Shui. Finish the inhalation as we exhale. We lead the mind moves to between the palms and underneath the feet. Now, some people ask, how do I know when to untuck? Well, again, if you're sensitive to your qi, as you exhale, you may feel what seems to be a little push down into your feet, which, if you don't resist it and just flow with it, gently lifts your body out of the squat and the tuck down. So if you're not sensitive to that, if you can't feel that yet, you untuck and on squat just after you begin your exhale. Now I can even rotate the ball of no ball. Only thing is the rotating movement has to be very slow. Now, important to remember that we've created this ball of energy between the palms, and we don't want to just drop it, okay? So we'll finish the Tai Chi ball exercise by taking this ball of energy and drawing it into the lower dantian. So we'll move the palms closer and closer to the yin jiao, right here about 2 inches below the navel, and we'll place them on the yin jiao. We'll move our mind into the center of the lower dantian, where we will hold it gently but steadily as we continue to breathe. We can continue to do the reverse breathing, but now we're drawing the qi from our palms into the lower dantian. The lower dantian is the residence of our body's qi, and the qi can be stored there. So we don't want to just drop the ball of qi. We want to preserve it for future use. So we just spend a minute or so, the mind held steadily in the lower dantian, as we take the ball of no ball, we bring its energy into the lower dantian to be preserved for future use. This returning the qi to the dantian is something you should do in any qigong exercise where you have been leading your qi, and that goes for Tai Chi as well. Okay, so that's the internal energetic part of the Tai Chi ball. Now, if you have a real ball handy or a wooden rod, we'll work the ball of real ball. Okay, so what normally happens in a Tai Chi ball training is when you're relatively new at Tai Chi ball, you pick up a real ball. The Tai Chi ball breathing kind of goes by the wayside. So you could practice Tai Chi ball breathing by itself. When you pick up the real ball, you'll be focusing your mind on how you move your body physically to get the correct Tai Chi ball movements. When you're comfortable with that, moving the mind, using the mind to focus on moving the body correctly, then you can bring Tai Chi ball breathing and Tai Chi ball movements together again. But that takes a while of practice. All right. So, outer ball and inner ball together as we start. Side by side, sort of outer ball in front of the lower dantian. We start our movements with small movements. Oh, good. Penny's got a Tai Chi ruler. Yeah, sort of. It's just a rod that you can use in lieu of a ball. Works very well. We inhale and we exhale, gradually expanding the size of the movements. And I'm doing the vertical overhand circling. And remember, with the vertical circling, the ball only rises to where the top of the ball is about level with your nose. And we lower it only as far as we can lower it without having the elbows lock up. Now try to get the spine to move the way we were trying to move it in the warm-ups. But full disclosure, it's a very cold day here in Herndon, Virginia today, and my spine is not quite moving as flexibly as I would like. You remember that the inner ball leads the outer ball. You can see the inner ball going backwards, and the outer ball follows. Inner ball goes up a little bit, the outer ball follows. Inner ball goes forward a little bit, the outer ball follows. Now the outer ball, of course, is moving in a much larger scale than the inner ball, but nevertheless, the inner ball is leading the outer ball. Now, this pattern right here I call plum vertical because if you had a plumb line, it's straight up and down. We can also move the ball shoulder to hip. So now the circle will be slanted, I don't know, maybe 30 degrees. So it'll be hip and shoulder. With Tai Chi Ball, the different movement patterns, you can train your lower dantian to guide your body movement in any direction. It's particularly good for Tai Chi Ball practitioners, Tai Chi form practitioners. In fact, it's so good for them that the practice of Tai Chi Ball used to be top secret. So we do shoulder and hip. Then I'm going to come back to plum vertical. And I'm going to do the other shoulder and hip. And I'm going to come back to plum vertical. And now I'm going to do turn to the side. The important thing about this movement of turn to the side is my knees stay straight ahead. So my knees are not turning. I'm not doing this, okay? This is horrible. Very hard on the knees. I'm doing this. Inner ball is going like this, okay? This really helps to make your waist flexible and relaxed. And it's exhale as the ball goes away, inhale as it comes back. Exhale, inhale. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a maneuver to change from turning to this side to turning to this side. And it's going to be like a figure 8. So here it goes. So you see what I did? I did this. So the energy continuously flows. That's another thing that Tai Chi Ball is very good at training you to do, is to move energy in a continuous circular pattern, even as the direction of the circle changes. I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Remember, keep your knees pointing straight ahead. In the school here, we have the mirrors to help us monitor that. I'm not facing the mirror, but I have my little square on the TV screen. And we'll come back to plum vertical. And now one more pattern is pass to the sides. So this one was turned to the side, so the ball was going at a 90-degree angle to my facing direction. Now, pass to the side. The ball is going to go like this. Now let me show you from the side view how far I'm turning. Now, I want the ball to go no further back than the center of the ball, the center of my hips. I don't want the ball to go back here. And that could be just me because I have a back injury. And it doesn't feel good to move the ball further back than the center of my hips. But the heavier the ball you have, the more it is like you're really twisting your hips and your lumbar spine. So if it doesn't feel good, then don't turn that far. So pass to the side is like this. And then I do the other side. Right. So inhale, buttocks tucked under. Exhale. Inhale, buttocks tucked under. So very good for the lower back if you're not overdoing it. And there's at least two ways you could overdo it. And so you want to avoid. One is you have a ball that's too heavy for your current condition. And the second would be that you're moving too far. Okay, you're turning too far. And remember, in this one, just like the previous one, knees stay straight ahead. So with the inner ball leading the outer ball, this becomes so good for Tai Chi people. Like, for example, the back fist or deflect downward movement becomes so fluid because now your waist is trained, your inner ball is trained to create that movement. So passing to the side. So if you use a light ball, it's very good for helping to relieve arthritis. And remember, with the arthritis, Qigong for arthritis, if 24 hours after you practice your Qigong, you feel more pain than normal, weather and your food intake being relatively constant, you overdid it. So again, you either do too many repetitions or too big a range of motion. So that's your guidance. Hey, yeah. Now everything we just did there, we did with the overhand pattern. And of course, we can do the same with the underhand pattern. So we could do shoulder hip. Of course, plum vertical. Other shoulder hip. Plum vertical. Turn to the side. And turn to the other side. Knees staying straight ahead. And back to plum vertical. And we can do pass to the side. Now, when you practice Tai Chi Ball, stick with one pattern at a time until you really feel like your body has got the muscle memory. It's created a groove where you're doing the movement correctly. When you have the groove for all those different patterns, then you can start to change the patterns like this. But if you start changing them too soon, it's going to end up as a mush. So first get each pattern correct, and then you can vary them. And what I was saying earlier about changing the direction of the circle, for example, I might take this way and then this way. So that was plum vertical, changing to turning to the side. In a Tai Chi, enemy's energy comes in, you throw it away. And when your inner ball or your waist and qua are able to do that, then your Tai Chi movement becomes quite snake-like, quite elusive, and quite flexible. Okay. Of course, remember that we also have the rotating pattern. So remember, inner ball's rotating. Now with this one, I'm moving too fast for Tai Chi Ball Breathing, but it's good exercise and good practice for connecting. And I can turn the rotating in different directions. Always being careful, of course, that the knees do not start to turn like this. The knees stay straight ahead. Even though they're bending, they bend in a plane that is straight ahead. And then we have our wrapping pattern. So wrapping can be one arm at a time, or it can be alternating arms. And wrapping can be combined with circling. And remember the wrapping performance. One arm wraps the ball and makes the ball rotate. Okay? So one arm wraps the ball. The other arm and hand keep the ball from dropping. So what does the other arm do? Whatever it needs to do to keep the ball from dropping. So one arm provides the turning motion. The other arm keeps the ball from falling on the floor. So whether I'm alternating arms or doing one arm at a time, the other hand keeps the ball in place. Okay. So if it needs to move, if it needs to pivot to keep the ball in place, it pivots. Okay, if it can do it while staying still without getting contorted, yes, it can stay still. So